Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you would like to know how to achieve this look, please keep on watching, and at the end please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm going to start off with my eyebrows already done, and then I'm taking some LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Cool Tan to prime my eyelids, and then I'm taking my beauty blender to blend it all out, and then I'm going to take some setting powder and set all of that concealer. Now I'm going to take this orange shade right here, and I'm going to use that as my transition shade. So I'm going to put that on the upper part of my eyelids, and then I'm going to keep building that up until I get a really pigmented orange shade, and then I'm going to move on to the brown shade. Now I'm going to take this dark brown and I'm going to put it right in my crease. I'm going to put it in my crease and I'm going to wing it out at the end. It's okay if it looks messy. We are going to blend it out. So now what I'm doing is I'm blending it into the orange so it doesn't look as harsh as in the beginning. And I'm going to do that on both eyes and blend it out. So now I'm going to take the brush that I used for the transition shade, and I'm going to use that to blend out the dark brown and the orange. And I'm going to do that on both sides and then start cutting my crease. To cut the crease, I'm going to use a really small brush, and I'm going to use the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Warm Sand, and I'm going to just put the concealer all over my lid, and when I get to the end, I'm going to wing it out. Now I'm just putting the concealer all over the lid just in case any of that orange or that brown got to the lid. And then I'm just going to clean it up to make sure it's really perfect. Now I'm going to take this nude pink right here and I'm going to put it right where I put the concealer, where I cut the crease. And I'm going to put it on the whole thing, not just the beginning. I'm just going to put it all over the lid, meaning the top of my eyelid and also where I winged it out. So I'm just putting the pink on both eyelids, and then I'm going to use the brush that I use for the dark brown, and I'm going to use that to blend out the brown and the orange even more. Now I'm going to apply my eyeliner, and the key to making sure your eyeliner comes out nice every time is knowing how big and how long you're going to make it. Pause. So I'm going to make it go all the way up to where the eyeshadow ends, and I make it thick a specific amount that I know I'm going to make it just as thick on the other eye. And there you go, we got the perfect wing eyeliner. I'm going to start with my face. I'm using the NYX Studio Perfect Photo Loving Primer. I'm going to put that all over my face and blend it in to make sure it's spread out evenly. Then I'm going to start with my foundation. I'm going to use the Maybelline Fit Me in the shade 338 and the shade 340 to get my perfect match. And then I'm going to start blending it out with my foundation brush. When we are blending our foundation and we're using a brush, it's very important to hold the brush at the end of the brush so we're not putting too much pressure on our face, because the brush is already doing all the work. So we don't need to be aggressive with our face. The foundation is buildable coverage, so put more if you need to, and remember to drag it down to your neck. Now we're going to highlight our under eyes and all the other areas of our face where we want to bring light to. So we're going to highlight our under eyes, our chin, our cupid's bow, under our cheekbones, our nose, and our forehead. Now I'm taking my beauty blender and I'm going to start blending my under eyes and everywhere else. Now, when you are using a beauty blender to blend your makeup, remember to use a clean beauty blender to prevent future breakouts. And you want to remember to dab instead of swiping it. Now I'm just going to take the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Warm Sand to make the highlight even brighter. So I'm just going to bring it up the sides of my nose when I'm putting it under my eyes to make the nose contour start off and make my nose look smaller. Here I'm just putting it everywhere else, and my forehead, my nose, my cheekbones, all of that stuff. And then I'm going to take my beauty blender and start blending it out. And you could see that I start off on the outsides and move it in towards my under eye because I want most of the highlight to stay under my eye. So yeah, we're just blending it all out. And guys, please remember to not beat your face aggressively. Yes, we beat our face, but we're not beating it up, okay? Just be gentle and, you know, blend it out softly because I'm just turning up to Nicki Minaj here. But remember to just blend it out softly because the beauty blender is doing the work for you, so you don't have to be aggressive to your face. I'm just blending out my nose a little. Now I'm going to contour my face using the Black Radiance contour palette in the shade medium to dark. A little tip to contour your cheekbone is to start in the middle of your ear and move down towards the apple of your cheek. And then I'm just going to contour my jawline and my forehead. Now I'm going to contour my nose and give it the perfect little shape and make it look so snatched, because I didn't used to contour my nose and now I do and I love it so much. Now I'm using the Maybelline Shine Free Loose Powder to bake my face. I'm going to bake under my contour, under my eyes, my nose, and my forehead, and also my chin. And when I bake under my contour, I make sure to go from my ear to exactly under the apple of my cheeks to make the contour really sharp. And now I'm just taking a big powder brush and I'm dusting off all of that baking and also blending it in. I use this big brush and then I use a smaller flat brush to dust off under my eyes, and then I use a smaller powder brush to make sure all of the powder under my eyes is gone because I don't want it to stay and be caked up. Now I'm going to take the contour brush again and just put back any definition that I lost while I was baking. Then I'm going to take this really nice pink shade right here from the Nouveau Neutrals palette, and I'm going to put it on my cheekbones to add a little pop of color. And then for my highlight, I'm going to use the Maybelline Master Chrome highlight in the shade Molten Gold. I'm going to put that on the highest top of my cheekbones, a little bit down the bridge of my nose, some on my cupid's bow, and some on my brow bone. Now I'm going to take off any lip gloss that I had on during the video because I didn't want my lips to look chapped. And then I'm going to outline my lips with this brown lip liner. And I'm not going to overline, I'm just outlining the natural shape. I don't know why I went to mascara while I was still doing my lips, but let's just skip this part and come back to the lips. So now I'm using this hot pink lip liner to line my lips, and then I'm going to put some lip gloss on just because I don't like the whole matte look anymore. And then now I'm just spraying my face to set everything, and these are some slow-mos. And thank you so much for watching the video. This is the end. Please come back later and remember to like, comment, and subscribe.